Good morning, Bigfoot World. Another day, we here. I just want to touch base with you guys, fill you in on yesterday's event. All right, started off, we went ahead and did the overnight challenge in the cave, like we promised you guys. Before that, we wanted to get a group of us. I wanted to get my Uncle Joe in there. I wanted to get Fred. I wanted to get Dustin. And I wanted to get Mike in there. All right. Everybody was with it. Everybody was ready to go. Dustin was our gunman. That's why I wanted him there in case anything happened. He can. He had permit. He has permit carry. So we wanted him there just in case. All right. The day of yesterday, Saturday, the day we supposed to do it. No, it was 2 days ago. We did it. We did it Sunday. We did it Saturday and into Sunday. All right. So the day we supposed to do it, I called Mike in the morning. Mike and Jeff. All right, guys, where you at? We leaving here shortly. We leaving here around 3:30, 4 o'clock, so we can get out there and set up camp, find a hole, and get in there. So I called Mike. He ain't answering. Called Jeff. He ain't answering. Forwarded my call. Now Mike never forwarded the call. My call anyway. It don't matter if he's in school, where he's at, what he's doing. He answers the phone for Dad, no matter what. And then all of a sudden, all day long, he going to just forward my calls, void me, forward my calls, void me. So I got slick. I called his sister Janet, my daughter, my old next to oldest daughter. I said, hey, where's Mike at? Ask him if he's going. Tell him, hey, we're getting ready to pull out. I'll swing by and pick him up on the way up. So he says, I said, he gets on the phone and says, Mike, you going or what? He said, I don't know yet. I just woke up. I said, check this out, Mike. If you ain't there today, or in the time that we need you, we told everyone that we're going to do this once we get 1,000 subscribers, and then you back out and you don't do this, it's going to make you look some kind of way. It's going to make me look some kind of way because we ain't doing it. So if you ain't in this video, don't worry about being in any other videos. Figuring that'll trigger something, hoping he'd show up. So I said, Mike, it's like this. You ain't here by 3:30, don't even worry about it coming. 4 o'clock come around, nobody. So we called. I had Fred message Dustin. What's going on, Dustin? You coming? We about to head out. He said, no, I seen the article on that mine, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make this trip. He said, I suggest you guys bring all the crosses and crucifixes you can find, take with you. So he pretty much read the article and scared himself away. So it come down, me and Fred. Fred knew I was going to do it if I had to do it by myself. And I think that's the only reason Fred went is because he didn't want no parts of it. He didn't want no parts of it. He only did it because he didn't want to see me going down there by myself doing it. So we went in there, me and Fred, we got dropped off there. So I didn't have no cars lingering in the area to draw attention to us to have anybody coming back in on us while we're back here. So we got dropped off there. It was close to 5 o'clock, and we went down past the big hole where they sealed it up main entrance, and like we usually do, and start up over the bank where the waterfall comes down. Well, as soon as we get up at the top of the waterfall, that head up cut up toward the pole or the hole. I didn't see it at the time, but on film, when I turn around, when I'm up on top already, we're talking about the sticks. There's 4 sticks leaning up on a tree. We're talking about that, and for some reason, I look behind me real quick, and you can see in the rocks back there. You see the Bigfoot standing there watching us. I didn't see it until I watched the video, but there's a Bigfoot standing in the rocks watching us, a big one. So I turned around and we started walking up toward the hole. All right. I had a recorder, little audio recorder. It says it records up to 500 hours. So I had it in a little Ziploc bag. This bag here, I had it in here, and folded it over, turned it on, and stuck it up underneath like a rock with a lip on it, about that high off the ground where it perfectly fit up underneath there, where you couldn't see it if somebody walked by. And then after I put it under there, turned it on, I filmed it and pointing like, guys, this is what we're doing. I'm this audio recorder. I put it up under the rock, and when we come out, I'll grab it, see if anything came in or out. Well, it took us about 3 to 4 minutes to turn the recorder on, film that, we'll stick it under there, film that, and then go underground. It took about 3 to 4 minutes. On the 6 minute mark, something and poked at it, and then went away. And every couple minutes it would do that. It would come up, tap twice or 3 times, and go away. And then like the fourth or fifth time it did it, it came up, it pulled it out. You could hear the plastic rattle on the recorder, like it was doing something with it, and then you hear it drop, and then it walked away again, whatever it was. And it does that. I'm only into like hour and a half, first hour and a half of it. I think it's like 5.5, 6 hours of recording of audio. I'm only on an hour and a half, and like the first 5 minutes, it made a move, came up, started looking at it, went away, and it keeps doing that. You come up, wrestle with it, and then you hear it walk away. It don't walk far, about you can hear maybe 15 steps, and stop, and then you can hear some kind of off in the distance, like sounds. Is weird, not wood sounds. It's like with your tongue. Where it picked it up on audio. It's weird. So, anyways, we're on the ground, and whatever's above ground's going back and forth playing with the audio recorder. And we go down in by the main entrance underground, and off to the right, there's a little small chute that goes up like maybe 40, 50 feet, and then it comes to a dead end. So we decided to go back up into that dead end and light it up as much as we could. And we pretty much called that our camp. So we set up everything at camp and started doing a tour around the cave, shining everything. We picked up a lot of EVPs. We've heard there, and they were so loud and echoed in the cave that I can guarantee the camera picked it up. I can guarantee it. We had a lot of camera. The camera was acting up. When we was in there, when the sound started making noise and the voices and everything, we set a tripod up and the camera facing on us, and we was sitting there just listening. And on the video, the camera never did this, day or night, or anytime. The camera never did this. The lights on like the right side started pulsating. You'll see it. It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. So much happened that we're not going back there for anything. We'll never step back foot. Guys, we say we going to do the overnight challenge. We made it to like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Around 12, 12:30, we tolerated the noise, the sounds, the voices. We heard somebody say concrete, the F word. It seemed like around 12 o'clock, 12:30, the people that used to work in that cave, it seemed like they came to work. You could hear like machinery underneath there. You could hear axe pickaxe in there on rock, and it was getting louder and closer and closer. I was scared. I didn't. When you're looking at the camera, it looks like we're on pause, like the video's on pause because we ain't flinched. We're steady staring out into the dark, like scared to move. Both of us, Fred and me. You can see on Fred's eyes, like this ain't good. We like fought that off, and we sat there. We just listened. Fight and flight instinct kept kicking in, like let's get out of here, let's go, let's get out of here. But it wasn't really bothering us, so we sat there. So Fred decided to take another walk around, just check it out, see what we come across, just check everything out. I didn't want to because of the sounds that was going on. So we decided to take a walk through. It's around 12:30, 1 o'clock. We come down out of that dead end chute down by the main entrance and cut up where it goes in deeper. And when we came up across this wide where it goes off to where the big rock faces were standing up. There's slabs of rock standing up like a wall. That when we came out around there, me and Fred shined a light over there, and there was three black figures sitting there. And one, I said, what the f is that? Fred, what is that? Fred, what the f is that? And he's shining out light on it. He said, I don't know. I said, hello, and the one on to the first one to the left went like this. Fred said, it moved. I said, Fred, it made some kind of monkey sound. It's on video. It's coming. It's probably video 3 or 4. I'm not sure yet. So we're shining light on it, and the one looks up at us like, Fred, what is that? Fred said, it moves. It moves. I said, let's go this way, out around. Let's get out of here. So we took out around the outside and came out all the way out around on the outside of the shaft. That is kind of circles off into two shafts, and there's a couple of shafts in the middle. We took the outside shaft away from it and came back in trying to find the entrance, and we started up out and got up out. There was three of them in there. I said, Fred, we got a choice to stay here on top of the hole because we really can't go back in there. All of our stuff is still in there. The only thing we got on us is the flashlights we was carrying and the cameras. So we decided to leave everything. We got dropped off there. I had about 7, 8 mile walk back to my house from where we was. It's like, Fred, it's cold. It's a bad hour to be walking through the woods, through towns, and what do you want to do, man? And we both was like mutual. We rather go through the woods in the night and walk home than to go back and deal with them things that came home. It was cool. We tolerated all the sounds and the voices and the drumming. That was cool. It had me on edge, but it didn't have me ready to run out. I tolerated it. But when we went for that last walk and shined on whatever them three figures was, and I said hello, and it turned his head, looked up like that. I said, "Oh my God, Fred!" Let's instantly we heard jetted out the other way, went out around like we knew what we was doing, and climbed up out quick. They didn't really come after us, but they was making monkey sounds. Like that's the best way I can describe it. Monkey sounds. Like it, we're here, kind of is what I got. And we went back up there and out of the hole and said, "This thing, this they're in there." And that ain't the only thing that's in there. After 12 o'clock, then place comes alive. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I told you this already. That place comes alive after 12, 12:30. It's like whatever used to work there is still working there. And you can hear rocks moving around. And that reminds me, there's an area where Fred used to climb up. There was pile of boulders there. They're gone. And when we went back down to the main entrance, all them piles of boulders where they sealed up that main entrance, they're 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 blocking it up with boulders. It's amazing. And guys, there's proof because I got other videos where we filmed that entrance. There was no rocks laid out in front of it. This time when we was in there, between 3 weeks, it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since we was in that cave from this time to the last time. And all these boulders are mound up at the entrance where they sealed it up with all that tin. There's about 5 feet up on there. There's boulders that's mound up, and they're stacking it up like they're trying to block up that big main entrance. They're working in there. It's amazing. It's all on film. And guys, I'm not going to sit here and keep rambling because I'm excited of what I got. and that we actually even tried to pull it off. We didn't stay till sun up because of what happened. And after you watch the footage, you'll see why we didn't stay. And I don't see nobody on this planet that would stay in there. I tell you what, if you think one of you guys think you got the balls to stay in there, I'll stay in there with you. That's how confident. After you watch these videos, I know you ain't nobody out there want no parts of this, and we was dumbasses for even trying to do it. The only reason we pretty much came back is because I said once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we would stay there, and that's the reason why we did it. So, without further ado, guys, stay tuned. They're uploaded now. They're on. I got them on my big computer. They're going up. I'm hoping this hits up first, so you can get an update on what to watch for. Until then, guys, stay tuned. And this is just the beginning of our new series, new season. This year is going to be crazy. We have a lot of things planned. And you'll notice in the video, Fred said, if we get 10,000 subscribers, we're going to spend a night in the maze. Take your time. Take your time on hitting that button. That subscribe button. Just void it out your mind. I'm cool with where we're at. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. I'm cool. So take your time on hitting that subscribe button because I'm not trying to spend a night in that maze no time soon. On the first channel that I had, when we first found that maze, me and Fred went in, and at the entrance of that maze was blocked up by trees. It was interlocked with sticks, and there was no, you'd actually had to pull two sticks apart and go in between. And we went in through the maze. And when we got back into the hole, and Fred looked down into the hole, and a pine cone shot out right past his face. Like it tried to, as soon as he looked in to see what was in there, it came out right past him. And then he turned around and went like this to me. I was filming it. It's like, we do. I said, "Oh my God!" I turned around, was gone. I know a lot of you seen it. All you guys that's been following us for a while on the first channel. That 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 was fascinating to have that happen. It's like instantly, as soon as that pine cone flew out, the only thing I knew was to get away from it. For one, there's no animal on this planet that can pick up, besides a primate. Let me take that. Besides a primate, in this PA area, we don't have no primates that's here that in the public eye, so to speak. So does the seed pine cone get thrown out of that hole? Confirmed to me every bit. Bigfoot was in that hole, was in that maze. So Fred come up with a thing that guys, if we get 10,000 subscribers, we'll spend a night inside that maze. So, guys, it's up to you. You gotta do what you want. If you want us to spend a night in that maze, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'm not too keen on it. I'm not really wanting to do that one either because that's an area that's black bear, bobcat. I've seen panthers up there. They say we don't have them, but I was on my quad and I seen when I came out of this trail onto the open and made a right, there was a panther 20 feet up ahead of me running down the trail. And I, like a dumbass, I started chasing it on my quad. And it went down into this dip. I followed it a good length of a football field, just chasing it. And then it went down into this, like a valley. The trail goes down in and then goes back up. And it was in the fall time. You could see everything through the woods all around. And when I came up to that dip where it went down, that thing was gone. That panther was cleared out, gone. there was nowhere for it to go. I could see everywhere down in the valley, down in the ravine. I could see it all. It was all wide open. It had to go up underneath a hole somewhere. It just disappeared. Like it was a ghost panther, but it was a clear, wide, about 2 foot tall, 3 foot tall, on all fours panther going, running at it. So there is panthers in PA for those of you that don't know about them. They're here. All right, without further ado, I'm rambling. I understand that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned because right after this, Camping Gone Wrong is uploading now. So stay tuned, guys.